Hello dear fans. How to draw a symmetrical point. Plotting symmetrical points is taught in geometry lessons in high school. This skill can be useful in the future in drawing lessons, as well as in the classroom in higher educational institutions. Instructions. Step 1. Read the problem statement and determine what the point should be symmetrical about. For example, you may want to create a point that is symmetrical about another point, an axis of symmetry, an origin, an ox or y-axis, and so on. Step 2. If you need to construct point A1, symmetric to A about the origin, first determine the coordinates of point A. A1 will have the same coordinates, but with the opposite sign. For example, A1, 3, minus 5, will be symmetric to A, minus 3, 5. Find and plot A1 point with the obtained coordinates on the graph. Step 3. To build point A1, symmetric to A about the ox-axis, you need to find a point with the same abscissa, but with an ordinate opposite in sign. This means that the point A, x, y, will be symmetric to A1, x, y. For example, if A has coordinates 6 on the ox-axis and 2 on the y-axis, then you will need to find and plot the point A1, 6, minus 2. Step 4. If you want to build A1, symmetric to A about the y-axis, find A1, the ordinate of which will be equal to A, and the abscissa is opposite to the abscissa of A in sign. This means that A1, x, y, will be symmetric to A, x, y. For example, if A, 4, 8, is given, then you need to find and build A1, minus 4, 8. Step 5. If you need to build point A1, symmetrical to a relative to point B, then you must first draw a ray from A passing through B, measure the distance from A to B, and build point A1 at the same distance from B, but in the opposite side of the ray. As a result, you get a segment AA1, the center of which is point B. Step 6. To plot point A1, symmetrical to A about a straight line, draw a ray with starting point A, intersecting with and perpendicular to the straight line. Measure the distance from A to the intersection of the line and the ray, and then draw point A1 at the same distance from the line, but in the opposite direction. You should have a segment AA1, which is divided exactly in half by a straight line. Thanks for watching.